The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the real estate crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Can we change that intro at all, or are we keeping that?
No, that's good.
Is that good?
What's wrong with it?
That's good.
It's one of my favorite ones all week.
And here's real estate attorney icon, Rick Carter. Is
It'll
that
come back
possible?
in style someday. That music, I mean.
No, we like it.
No, it's nice. It's like a
And
ballroom.
Tony V.
Tony V. Yeah.
And who else do we have today?
Today,
we
I don't know.
got the Artie Januario.
The Artie Januario.
Yes.
Actually, there's two of us. My
There's
son
two.
has the same name.
You're right. How is your
But
son
he's
doing?
not the
He's doing very
pharmacist, though.
No, he's not.
No.
He's the beard brand guy.
Yes,
Takes
right.
care of beards.
Oh, yeah. You used to, when
yeah.
you had a beard, you
Yeah, I
used
used
to
to
use
have
the, yeah.
But I used to use a balm.
You used to
can use
ask
other
us
stuff.
to
Kathy used to
smell
smell my
your...
beard.
nuzzle right up into Tony's face and,
like, "Smell my
and blame it on
beard."
your son.
Yeah. Today, if you'd like, you can lick me because the last thing I did before I got here was jump in the ocean.
Oh, so it's like a
okay.
salt
Yeah.
block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deer and the doe.
You
are
know,
coming
you were
from
going to have
everywhere.
that segue no matter what anyone was going to
Yeah,
say, right?
someone was
Right,
going to
right,
lick me.
right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't mean in an odd
No,
way.
of course you
No,
didn't.
no, licking
No,
is,
no, no.
yeah, very...
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that didn't sound like an odd way
In
at
a very
all.
platonic way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do that a lot with,
There's no...
with
I
your
guess there's-
friends.
Yeah,
You lick each other in a platonic
In a
way a lot of
There's
times
no
between each other.
licking. There's no platonic licking,
I
I don't
guess.
think.
If you invite someone to lick you.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Unless they're dehydrated and they need the electrolytes.
Or the salt.
Yeah,
Salt's
that's what
very
I
good
And then
for
it's
you.
just a
Is that-
good, it's a good friend
Yeah.
thing,
Is that what it
right?
does?
Sodium,
If you're marooned on
potassium.
an island, then is that what you're saying? You
I
say,
would-
in order
well,
for us...
after I eat them, I would probably lick them.
Oh, yeah. When you get down to the bones, sure.
How
Yeah.
many days would it take you before you ate the other person on the island?
I would just die.
Let's see.
I know,
Since
that's-
I eat about every 4 hours. No, I would go a couple of days. Well, you don't want to get too
days.
gamey and skinny.
I know,
Listen.
it's smelly.
Yeah, listen to me. If we're ever on an island,
You have the answer?
yeah. If we're ever on an island, say the four of us,
Yeah.
right, and we're
Yeah.
marooned on an island,
Yeah.
how unfeasible that would be as it is.
Yep.
If I die, please have at me. I
get your beard.
Right.
What
You're
about
not
while you're
doing.
still alive?
Well, then start at a leg. You know what I mean? Work your way up.
Your right one or your left
I
one?
don't
Which
care.
one?
You have no
care.
problem with it.
I don't
Just,
care. No.
just go for it,
If
right?
it's going to keep you, my friends, alive, please have at it.
You know what? I'm
I'm
going to go
very-
the opposite. If we're stuck on an island and you guys are hungry, leave me alone.
All right.
I know. I'm thinking I'm heading for the hills with you guys involved.
I'm just going to lay down and die.
Well, that's what I'm saying. After I'm dead, please.
Kathy doesn't even want to wait for me to get to an island before she kills me.
I know. I offered to give him the shingles vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shingles. Artie gave it to me.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
No, the vaccine. He's going to give it to me, and I'm going to
give it
I'm going to
Oh, all
give
right.
it to
I was
you.
going to say, why did you
You're
get
not
it?
60 though. You have to be.
No, I'm
50.
giving it
They
to
changed it
him.
50.
I'm giving it
I'm
to
going to give it to
him.
you.
I was going to say, why are you giving it to her
Oh,
without a
okay.
problem? You're
right.
fighting me on it.
I can
Wow.
give her the reverse.
There's some sexual
one.
harassment
No.
issues going on.
You just have a tougher hide.
She
No,
just
I don't
wants-
think so.
She just wants to stick something in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a knife.
Lethal injection.
Have you ever seen her voodoo doll?
A hunting
He's
knife.
balding and a little bit overweight, and yeah.
Got some knee problems and some
some
back
knee problems.
problems.
Yeah, I'm
Gonna have
trying to jog.
He's going to have some pain in the ass problems pretty soon.
Don't worry about that. I have that all day long. So I'm trying to jog lately, and this lady runs by me, or not run. She's walking, and I go by her.
Yeah.
She looks like the Where's the Beef? Remember that girl in the Where's the Beef?
Oh, yeah.
commercial?
The older lady.
She looked like her, and she gave me she goes, way to go, and gave me a thumbs up. I found that so insulting.
Why?
She doesn't
Because
say
he was probably sweating profusely.
Yeah,
it looked
right.
like he
the
needed
20-year-olds
to be
didn't
called.
get a way to go hit thumbs up. They just flew by, and she's there egging me on like he's not going to make it.
Can you just say, was she extremely overweight?
No. She really
Then what were you-
looked like that girl. She was walking along.
Clara Barton.
So why are you
That was her name.
upset about
Was it?
her?
Yeah, Clara Barton.
Way to go! Like I'm some pathetic Well, I guess it does
Yeah,
work.
well, be careful what aisle you're wandering down here. Yeah.
Maybe I'll let that
He's
go.
wandering.
I'm just
He's
saying.
wandering down the
I'm
wrong
gonna stop
aisle.
wandering.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So today,
Here's how I judge where world is. If you don't look out of place in a Walmart, you got some work to do.
Listen, I went to Walmart yesterday.
Yeah.
I've been putting it off, and finally, like, we're out of
Walmart a
paper.
lot.
No, like, yesterday was the first time I'd gone in a very long time. Out of paper towel, out of napkins. Kids are using Kleenex as napkins.
Yeah,
we had to. I had to
Sure,
do
it was
it.
time to shop.
I literally almost went ballistic
Yeah.
in the
I
Walmart.
go to Dunkin' Donuts to get my napkins. But go ahead.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that next time.
Yeah.
But I need a paper towel too.
Yeah.
But it was just everybody was like blocking the aisles, and they leave their carts wherever they want, or they're looking at something in the pharmacy and they're blocking the aisle. They have kids running everywhere, and it's just like, so you go around. I'm nice and I go around, but then they're coming at you, and then they're looking at something else, and so they're in your way all the time.
I like the people. Yeah.
So I feel like I'm probably not going to go back there for a long time.
Right.
would you like to see her just go ballistic?
Yeah, I would.
Wouldn't that
Really?
be
Yeah,
that'd be
entertaining?
great.
Just
I like the people
Just
who are
snap.
in a big store like that.
not at me, not at work.
I like the people in those stores who like stop at like the bread display or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're looking at bread like they've never seen it before in their life. Like it's the first time
know.
they've, like in their head, they're going, what is this wondrous substance?
Have you been in a bread aisle lately?
Right.
There's 400 different
I know,
variations
but
now.
you know what kind of bread
I
you
know, I
like.
do,
Well, most people buy the same thing
bread all
every
the time.
week,
Like
and
they're
so you
gonna
just
see-
should go pop, pop, pop,
Right,
pop,
right.
pop, pop,
Like they're
pop,
going to
and go
see
out.
something
Right,
on the bread
right.
that they've never seen
Right,
before.
right.
Hey, this bread has gold in it. That's fantastic.
Yeah. What they're doing is they're looking for bread that has no carbs in it. That's
Yeah,
what
it
they're
doesn't
looking for. It
exist,
doesn't
by the
exist.
way.
I've looked.
Yeah.
I don't like being in the quick lines at the I don't know why we're doing this, but that's all right. Gas stations where they keep buying scratch tickets in
Oh
front of
my
me.
God, that's another one of my
they keep
pet
winning.
They
peeves.
sit in the car and they keep going back.
They keep
and-
going
but
in, and they're
no.
in front of me, and I'll take 4
At
number
the gas
twos.
station?
And I just have
Yeah,
one
yeah.
little tiny coffee, and
Just
I'm
move along.
behind them,
Right.
and they know they're going to be there for 10 minutes, and they're like, "Oh, I'll take 5
And
number
then
5 number
10s.
twos. Oh, I want
I'll
$1 in
take-
that.
I was in line at the one cashier at the Encore, that
Yeah.
new casino there, and I was in there.
What do you mean the one cashier?
They don't have a
there's
lot.
just one cashier.
Yeah, it's not set up
booth.
well.
Well,
There
they
was
must
like
have
2 people working.
They must have the
Really?
automated cashiers, right?
Yeah,
So
they
you
have
can
the
just put your
machines,
ticket.
the
Yeah,
kiosk.
yeah.
But not for chips. All these
Okay.
people have chips and stuff like that. And there's a woman in front of me, and she's got winning scratch tickets that she wants to cash in.
No.
At the yeah.
That's not right.
Because they have the machines there where you can. And who goes to a casino to get the
To play
machine?
scratch tickets. Right.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking, oh my god.
Did you like Encore?
Yeah,
You did.
We were going to talk about positive things, but maybe we're talking about just people behaving badly.
We could talk about
And we could
people.
roll it
You wanna
into
do that?
the real
Talk about
estate.
people
Sure.
behaving badly?
Yeah, I love
Because
that.
by the time I got out of Walmart,
That's everybody.
I was ready to be.
That's everybody.
Sedated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like Market Basket where the aisles are too short.
Some of the older stores. The
You got to
yeah,
go
aisles
to
are very
Hannaford or somewhere, Stop and Shop.
small. The checkout lines are very short too.
Higher
I
price
never
food.
do more than 12 items. I'll go in 12 times a week, but I never do more than 12.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to stand in line.
Market Basket is pretty good though.
Market Basket's really good.
far as
They
the
got it
moves you
down.
right along.
Is good.
Right,
They move
exactly.
along.
Yeah, I don't like Market Basket.
I'm not a
They're
fan
one of our
the-
they're one of our sponsors. Why do you say that?
They are?
No. Do we have any sponsors?
Carter Law.
Carter Law Office, 781-944-9222. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're very good.
So we should talk. We want to talk about people behaving badly. I love the 2 brokers who inflated the price of selling the house so they'd have a place to meet up with. I just like that one.
Why do you keep going back to that one?
That's one of my favorite stories of all time.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
And they kept saying that this is such a great housing market. Houses, everyone in the neighborhood is sold.
Except
How come
for
we
them,
can't
right.
sell?
Right.
I love that one.
Well, maybe it's because the bed's rumpled.
Yeah, and coincidentally, there's only a bed in the whole house, right?
And it never seems to be made.
So much for staging.
Yeah, and a couple of wine glasses in the kitchen, and that's about it.
Some music. Yeah, exactly. I also like the husband story where every week he told the wife that we're having an open house.
Oh yeah.
And the wife frantically went around the house and cleaned
Yep.
and went out for a few hours. and he stayed in and
So he has a
He watched
quiet,
football.
quiet, clean house.
Artie doesn't like when we go down this road.
It's
here.
funny.
No,
It's
he
funny.
doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
Why
so,
don't I like it?
Nah,
I like
you know
everything.
You know what we should talk about is because we have
Molly. Let's talk about Molly.
no. Oh my God.
The drug?
No. Our borrower.
I needed it after I had a closing with Molly. but
Anita?
yeah. Oh yeah.
My bartender in the Bahamas.
Did you tell Tony and Artie about Anita?
You hear that? I went to the Bahamas with my friends, and the waitress's name out on the pool her name was Anita, and I'm like, oh, it's nice to meet you.
Anita
and then,
drink.
Exactly. And then after like 2 or 3 drinks, I was like,
Anita,
drink. But then we decided that maybe that really wasn't her name.
that they did it on purpose.
Yeah. But I think it was. But
Imagine her sitting in the chaise lounge just barking out orders all day.
I think she deserves nothing less.
yeah.
What's
I'm
done
doing
into you?
Yeah.
You're worried.
The money's
You're
working.
worried. We saw her walking up the stairs.
Was her
Not
last name
today.
Refill? I've seen her in the pharmacy. I need a refill.
I need a refill.
You must get some crazy one. I know we're supposed to talk about houses, and we're going to get to it.
Get the houses.
No, tell me one bad customer story. Just one. Just one.
I know that one about that guy that comes with all the vowels for a name.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Well, how about this? A lot of people, they come in, and mostly regular people with names like...
So you're a pharmacist.
like
Where are you a
and
pharmacist at?
Super Stop and Shop.
Super Stop.
So people come in with names like Johnson and Carter,
Yeah.
and they say to me, prescription for Johnson, Johnsson. Prescription for Carter, Carter. Like they spell it like I don't know how to say it. But then when like someone of a different nationality that has a difficult name, they just come in and go, Chew. And so now I have to figure out how to spell it. So I'm thinking,
And you're trying to be polite about it.
CHOU, perhaps.
Right.
And there's nothing there in the bin. So it's Chew.
So
Chew.
So you just give medicine that's close to that name?
Then he writes it out, and it starts with an X. Xiuan.
Oh,
Well, that was going to be my next guess. Jeez.
Sure, I used up all the other letters in the alphabet. These were the only ones left.
And then they say, well, no, not for me. Well, then who's it for? It's all day long.
That must be entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
But at least you're one and done. Like, you're not going to see them
Stuff
for
like
another
that,
month.
that'll never weigh you down.
Yeah, I don't deal with anything that wears you down. Do you?
No. All our clients are very straightforward.
Back in the early days of cell phones, before we had the internet connected to everything, I was working at a Chabad, a Jewish community center, for nothing else. And I couldn't find the place, so I had to call information at the time, 411 or whatever. And the woman, I go, I'm looking for the Chabad of the North Shore. And she goes, how are you spelling that? I said, I was hoping not to. I was hoping you were going to jump right in. And she started laughing. And I go, I assume it's Habbard, like it sounds. And she goes, let me check. And she goes, nope, nothing.
No, it's HU, isn't it?
No, it's CH.
Oh,
yeah, it's CHABAHD or something like.
You didn't have that.
I had no idea.
That would have taken you a while.
Oh,
or most people a while.
Yeah.
Or how about the when Rick used to call information to get somebody's phone number? He'd be like, Carter.
I have the Boston accent.
Carter, Mary.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
they don't know what I'm
sorry,
saying.
we can't find that thing. And then we go, Carter, Mary. And then I could hear him like for the third time. He's not getting it. I go, it doesn't help when you scream at a machine.
Carter. How do you spell that? Well, how does it sound? Well, it sounds Kotter.
In a similar vein of old technologies, about a week and a half ago, I found a phone book on my stoop.
Somebody they
keep delivering. Right.
I don't know what you're doing with this.
And I go, wait. When was the last time you used the phone book? And I was
Who's spending all that money making them?
It was like it wasn't as thick as they used to be.
Who's paying money to advertise in
I
them?
know.
I know.
And
A lot of people are going to see those ads.
Carter Law Office.
And so I was with Gus, and I go, well, maybe this is a good thing, if the internet goes belly up, or we get a power outage or something, we're going to need the. So I went right back in the house and put it right next to my telegraph, where I knew it would be.
In between your abacus.
Right.
You know what I do with them? I pick them up off the driveway and I walk right by the recycling bin,
And put 'em
open
right
it.
in.
And everyone must do that. Who has a phone book in their house?
It's got to be it's got to be old
You
people.
do
Do you
not.
have one?
Because
Do
I
you
don't know.
use
I
it?
don't throw it away. I keep it in the drawer. Just in case.
In case of what?
I don't know. My wife was always like, "Why do you have this?" I don't know. You never know.
You never know when
So what
someone's
have you
gonna.
ever looked up in that phone book?
Not
And
a soul.
the person that you're really
because
looking up
it's
isn't
the-
in that phone
it's the
book.
town I live in, so
Yeah.
sometimes I look up like the
Departments?
DPW. Or,
Well, you can
know what I
Google
mean?
that.
I know, but I'm still old-fashioned like that.
But that's what I'm saying. With Google, you can do anything.
Right.
We just threw out all our law books. We bought them probably about $10,000.
We threw them away?
It
throw
gives
them
you
away.
like the guy's name and everything like that. Who's the head of
You have a lot of time on your
of the
hands.
trash pickup and stuff like that. It gives
If you talk to
all
a
the stuff
millennial,
that's
they
out.
would be freaking out, right? Millennials don't do
So
anything.
those stupid law books, right?
Yeah.
Every month we'd get
the supplements.
yeah, and then we were supposed to go and put them in the book.
Oh,
so,
where they belonged.
yeah, and
Right.
we're like,
She didn't always do that.
No. I can't imagine that. She's so busy doing nothing.
I was waiting for him to
I
turn, but
think
go
that
ahead.
there were boxes and boxes
Oh, we
and boxes.
tossed. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Look, I'm surprised that anything gets done. I don't know that. Who the hell keeps up with that shit? You know what I mean?
No.
There's a
Now
lawyer
you just Google
somewhere.
all that stuff
Right,
and you
of
get all
course.
that. So in that vein, if you two gentlemen were selling or buying these days,
Yeah,
we always key on the millennials.
right. What about the older folks?
You know why? Because
that's
they don't behave appropriately.
I know. You think Artie and Tony would behave when they were
Yeah,
buying?
because they would just call us and we'll say, Tony or Artie, this is what you need to do. And Artie would write it down on a piece of paper and he would go around with that piece of paper until it was all done. And you might do something similar.
Yeah, I might give it to someone who would do that.
Like your
I'd do
wife.
it.
My
Right.
wife.
Yeah.
Like if you were selling
But
your
you would
houses,
listen to us.
Of course.
Right.
You
After
would.
spending all this time
Yes,
listening to
of
us, you would
course.
listen to
you'd
us.
stage your house.
Well, because I don't think I'm smarter than you.
Right.
That's what in this particular area.
Now you're
Right.
keying in on the problem
Right,
with
right.
the millennials.
Yeah, they think they're smarter than everybody else because we've done. Listen, I just had this with my millennial, my son Gus, who
thinks
I
he's
love dearly.
smarter
Yes,
than you. Yep.
yes, we have a.
Is he in the studio audience
No,
today?
he's
He was
not
here
today.
last
He's
week.
been
So we
here.
can talk about him.
Yeah.
But we have a second car that we're driving cross country when he goes out to L.A. Right.
Yeah.
And we got it from my brother.
Wait a minute. Is he moving out there?
Well, yeah.
Did he graduate?
No, he's got one semester left at
Okay.
Emerson, and they have a.
What do you mean he's moving to
campus. They have a campus in
so
LA.
he's going to Emerson
taking
College
he's got
in
taking his
LA.
last semester in LA.
He's
on
never
Sunset.
coming home, you
He'll
know
never
that,
be back.
right?
Are you going to be sad about that?
I cry daily. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
wicked
kidding
sad,
about
but
that.
it's good for him. He's flying.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well,
And your
no,
daughter-
we're driving across
No,
country.
I know, but
Yes.
he's-
yeah.
he's-
And
Yeah.
your daughter's out of here.
and
She's
in
at
New
college.
York. Yeah, she's in New York.
And they're
we
off
don't know
to
that she
bigger
got
and
in
better
anywhere.
things.
Oh,
We don't know that she's in college.
just
I just
moved
dropped
out.
her off. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you write the checks for it, don't you? Yeah.
But so here's the thing.
I'm giving him softballs.
We're
He's
driving.
not
No, I'm not
He's
doing.
sad.
I'm not
He's-
doing my ass.
listening. Are you set?
Yeah.
No, he's trying not to cry about
Right.
God.
I will.
You're
I will
right.
weep
I'm
openly.
sorry.
No,
I'm bringing
yeah.
up sensitive
But this is the
subjects.
thing that's going to keep me from crying. So
Okay.
we have this. We have this.
We all need that.
Yeah, we have this 2008 Nissan that I just had $3,000 worth of work in.
Who's this, your brother's?
Yeah, my brother's car.
Okay.
That we're going to drive cross country. I just had new brakes put in and the water
he'll be
pump and the
safe.
whole, so
Yep.
it'll be safe and hopefully to make it across country. We're going to drive together.
And then he can use it when he's out there.
When he's out there, he'll have wheels, and if he decides to stay, then he'll keep it.
Yep.
The thing is, when we got the car, it only has one key. And it's been on me to get a second key,
Yeah.
but it's hard. You got to get the thing, blah, blah, blah. So I harp on this thing. We only have the one key.
Right.
If you lose the key,
We are screwed.
we basically have a planter.
Right.
Until I can get to,
the dealership
the
and pay
dealership
double.
Oh,
right.
the radio doesn't work?
Right.
But you need the key for that, too.
Right.
Good point. Good
We
point. All right,
need
go
the
ahead.
radio. We
Yeah,
need
yeah,
the key. So I get
We
this,
know where this is
Yeah,
going.
exactly. So we pick up the car from the shop and we take it home. He drives the car home. I drive behind. Blah blah blah. Put the key on the hook where it belongs. Yeah. Can't find the key for the next 4 days. Can't find the key. I gave it to Mom. My wife is going, I don't have the key. I put it on the table on her brown notebook. My wife goes, I don't have a brown notebook. I go, it goes on the hook. And my son is swearing up and down. No, my roommate remembers that I gave it to Mom too. It's upstairs. Last night I'm going through the recycling. I got gloves on. I'm in the trash. I think someone threw it away.
Yeah.
I go, Gus, just humor me and go downstairs and look to see if the key is there. He comes up 30 seconds later with the fucking key in his hand. I was elbow deep in last week's dinner.
Someone give him a hug.
Lobster.
All you had to do was look. That's all I asked you to do.
He's getting red. Look at that. You got anything for him?
I never wanted to kill a kid more. I never wanted to kill a kid more.
I feel like killing him for you.
Yeah.
It sounds like the three I have at home.
It wasn't like he had to go turn his apartment upside down. He literally went downstairs and go, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Now, all right. So the obvious question. All right, I'm not even going to ask the obvious question, but I'm going to let it go.
Why don't you ask the obvious? Where was the key?
Why didn't anyone look in the very beginning before all these?
This is my point.
Okay.
Because I said to him,
that he did.
I said, where's the key? I left it up here with Mom. My wife's going, he didn't
So you
leave it
didn't
with me
think to
or I
go
don't
down.
forget it.
Yeah.
Right. I go, did you look downstairs? Yeah. I remember here. My roommate Nate says it was here. Upstairs, we remember it. Blah.
We have an engineer, producer, and
here's the thing.
He's shaking his head about this.
I think, Tony, you have to just appreciate that you raised a very honest child. Because if I had been Gus,
Yeah.
You would have planted it, right?
Oh, that's
I can't give him this key now.
You would have thrown it in his wife's pocket. Are you sure Mom doesn't have it?
Would have found the right place
to hide it.
Yeah, put it in the trash and make it go back out there.
Yeah. I had flashlights out. I was on the couches, because there's only so many places it could be.
Can I ask another obvious
And I got one more question
Yeah.
after hers, too.
Did you go get another
All right.
key?
This just happened last night. So
Okay,
She
so
asked my
I
same
would,
the next thing I do when I get time is
know
to
what we
go
should
so
do
I
is-
would send him to get the new key because
I think we should wrap this podcast up early and get 4 extra keys for
That's
Tony.
what we should do, yeah.
Yeah.
We should all have keys to that car.
Yeah.
We should all have
everybody. I should leave
Just
keys
in
with every
case.
one of
Yeah.
you. That's true.
I had one, but I gave one to your wife.
Yeah.
Is that right?
This is what you should give him for Christmas. If you have to mail him a gift for like Christmas or his birthday or something,
No, I tell you
mail him like 6 of those keys.
What I am going to do is I'm going
When
to
Tony
mail.
starts doing the rubbing of the face,
I'm gonna mail a key to every Holiday Inn Express across the country, so that I'll never be more than 2 miles away from a key.
right. Well, you should both have
That's not a
have
bad
a set
idea.
of
That's not a
keys.
bad idea.
Yeah.
Hi, can I have the key to my room and my car?
Or just get one of those hide keys.
Hide a key, yes. More than one key is going to L.A. That's all I know.
Now, is
Has
his
to.
roommate going to stay with you guys in Charlestown?
He's getting another roommate, and he's going to stay
Oh, good.
downstairs.
All right, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, everybody's happy.
So you're
Except for
driving
me.
next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, on or about
What's
the 25th.
the farthest you've ever driven before?
I've driven to Florida.
Oh, you have? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a very uneventful trip
Yeah.
with the two of you in
Artie?
the car.
A couple of weeks, Artie and I are driving to.
That's next Thursday.
Is it next Thursday? No, next Friday.
Next Friday.
The 16th or something like
Yes.
that? Yeah, we're going to
Philadelphia.
outside of Philadelphia.
Nice.
So
For a gig?
yeah, we're doing a theater down there together.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
that's nice.
Is your wife going on the road trip with you guys?
I only have one key to my car.
She watches the show, you know.
I only do have one key.
Then go get another one.
You got to get another key.
Nah.
Yeah, but you don't have a nitwit son living with
plus
you.
I know how to hot wire it.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Tony.
We'll call you.
The other point, too, is that keep an open mind. The new roommate, you
Yeah.
might like him better than
I
you
might.
like us.
It might not want him back.
One door closes, another door opens.
Yeah.
Very, very positive attitude.
So you're not going to be sad.
No, I am sad.
All right,
I'm not
all
going to
right,
lie to you. I'm
all
very
right.
sad. I mean, this is, everybody, you've all been through. Or no, you guys still got your kids at home, right?
No, one of mine's gone.
Yeah,
I have
it's
no
hard.
idea. I have no
It is hard.
idea.
Because
Ryan Carter, if you're checking in,
time
It's time, Ryan. It's
time to give us a call.
We'll give you the key to the
Jeez.
car.
Well, we had 13 mistakes first-time buyers make. Did you want to touch on any
Just
of
read
them?
them.
No, I'm going to want to know if you ever got your wife into college.
I'm not doing my act.
Do you ever go to your basement and think about your wife as you're What? What? As he's making coffin. No, I want to
Some buyers think they need 20% down, right? That is not the case.
It's not true.
Oh, so you got 5 minutes left. You know what the big one is, because we have 5 minutes left, is buyers and sellers are all leaving out. It seems to be coming around now, but they were leaving out a lot of contingencies that in a normal market they'd be able to put into their purchase and sales.
Right.
Like a very basic one is a home inspection.
Home inspection.
You know, we're getting all the calls now from people who bought a year ago saying, I have issues with my house, and we all say, well...
We just had one. Some buyer had 10 things that he had a serious problem. Right. It's almost like buying a car as is.
Right.
Says as is, that's what it is.
If you don't open the hood and look underneath, that's what you get.
Did you ever buy a car from Wilmington Ford? Story for another time. All right, go ahead.
I think this comes under the heading of penny wise, pound foolish.
Correct. Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, they get so excited about getting
the house. I'm going to have a house. And the house looks great, blah, blah, blah.
Even though the roof is going to cave in and the furnace is going to blow up.
And you could throw out some other contingencies that people seem to go like.
Sometimes they give up their financing contingency.
Imagine that. So what does that mean?
What it means is when you sign a purchase and sale agreement, you have until just someday in the future, whatever the date is, September 15th, to secure financing, like to get a mortgage on the property.
Right.
And on the 15th day of September, you need to let everyone know that you didn't get your financing, and then you'll get your deposit money back. But on the 16th day of September, if you don't have your...
So if you get rid of your financing...
Well, what happens on the 16th day?
If you get denied, you lose your deposit monies.
Unless you've asked for an extension.
What if it's a contingent on the selling? Say you're moving from one house to another.
That's another good one.
Right.
People have been neglecting to put that
house before you actually have the money.
So then you have to put
hold
that
on, that's a good point. But hold on. So on the financing contingency, if you don't, if you waive that contingency, whether you get your mortgage or not, you're still on the hook to buy that house.
You got to buy the house.
So you better have another plan. You better have a rich father, or you better have money.
Well, what happens if you don't? Well,
you lose your deposit money, and it's
both the offer and the purchase and sale money.
Yeah.
You end up living in a refrigerator box off of 95 on an off ramp.
Right. Well, I don't even know if you can afford that at that point.
Maybe a smaller road.
Yeah, in a box. Yeah.
You know what I like?
Use your car if you lose the key again.
Here's the thing. You know what you're buying. I see this all the time. Like when I'm working in Aruba, this is the first time, and this is going to sound mildly sexist, but this is the way, mildly. But I've seen this a million times. A lot of honeymooners down there, and you're watching the husband watch the wife eat like she really wants to eat for the first time. You know what I mean?
Oh, she's been losing weight.
Right, for the wedding.
And she's like
only
shoving French
salad. And then you see them at the cafe, and she's sticking pie in her face. And the guy's just got this horrified look on his face. What happened to the yogurt? Where did this come from?
That's awesome.
I've seen it about a dozen times.
That's funny.
Where you just see the wheels going, holy cow, what did I do?
Here's my next 50 years in front of me.
Oh, my God. So do you want to visit... Artie's point, so that's another thing that you
So you should sell your house first before you.
Well, a lot of buyers will not accept an offer that you give and says, I will buy, a lot of sellers, I will buy your house, but I have to sell my house first. They're going to the next buyer that can do it without a house for sale.
But what we're seeing with the market kind of stabilizing now, we're getting those contingencies in there, which... If you don't have the money to buy the second house,
you better have it in there. So what's happening sometimes is that sale gets, they sell their house and everything's moving forward to buy the next house, and something goes wrong on that house.
Right.
Now you're stuck. Now, so there's so many parties involved at that point that you can't go buy the next house until you sell your house. So it screws up moving and schooling and your plans. It really does.
Yeah, we have someone right now
I believe that term starts with cluster.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be the first word.
That would be the first word in what is going on there.
The next word is stuck.
Stuck.
Right? Yeah, right.
Unless you can afford to get rid of that contingency and afford to buy that the new house and carry two mortgages.
Maybe get a bridge loan or something like that.
Yeah, or figure out a way to be able to make two mortgage payments.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But then you might not qualify, so there's a lot of ramifications to it, right?
Right.
Have you guys seen anything change with the interest drop? Is that?
Yeah.
Is
It's
that?
already in place.
It's
so-
already in place.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's already very busy.
It is.
Yes, rates are
Yeah,
down.
we've
Yep.
seen a lot of refinances in the
Right.
last 15
And
days.
could thing go screwy with financing in the same way, or is that just
No,
an
it's okay
easier
now.
transaction?
Yeah.
Oh, refinances. The
they have-
refinances we had about a year ago were crazy because they're all cash outs to pay off divorces.
Yeah.
So those were a
But
little
these
ugly.
are like rate and term refis. They're
Right.
just changing the rate.
Right.
Or changing the from a 30
But
year
you
to
still
a
have to
15.
qualify for that?
Yes.
You do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
different kind of qualification.
Right.
Yeah, because
Yep.
you don't have to come up with 20% down. And
Right.
You don't have to.
You
Yeah.
just have to prove you can pay less money,
And
which
you
I
have to
think
ask
is
your
fool.
bank
Yeah.
if you are asking for money out,
Right.
whether that affects your interest rate.
That does affect your interest
It
rate
does.
more times than not.
Yeah.
Really?
You might have to
So
get a little
if
bit of
if you're paying off a first mortgage and a home equity line,
Yeah.
if you're paying off the home equity line,
Yeah.
that's considered a cash out refi.
I see.
So the only way that it's like a rate and term refinance is if
Right.
you have a $300,000 mortgage on the property and you're getting a
50.
no, because that would be a cash out.
That's a cash.
It's,
so
it's
you would
basically
be
the
left with-
same. Yeah,
Just a swap.
Now, if you
Yeah.
do have people that are doing equity lines, we're not accountants here. We're pharmacists. We're attorneys.
Yes, and
Paralegal
unspecified.
extraordinaires.
And unspecified.
But you should talk to your accountant if you are taking out a new home equity loan to pay off one you had about 5-6 years ago. You got to see if you can pay that, if you can write that off, because there's
Right.
no tax laws in place.
but if
So-
you're taking out enough money to pay off that home equity line, it's not considered a rate and term refi. It's considered a cash out
Yeah,
with
if
a
you do a
higher
first
interest
mortgage
rate.
without it.
Yeah,
Can people take out a home equity line to use as a down payment on another
Sure.
house?
yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
yep.
So you still, but then you're still.
So you're
You
using
still got to
the-
pay that.
No, I
and the
understand.
mortgage.
Right.
You're using what you have to leverage something that you want.
Right.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know,
great idea.
I
if that's
just
what you're
noticed
gonna
something
do.
that it's not appropriate. Not appropriate, but we all have great tans.
Yeah. Well, mine's always.
I mean,
the
for
same.
all of us who say we're working hard and doing this and that, business is booming. We nose to the grindstone. Can't get enough work. Look at us. Look to a person up here.
Who's the doctor?
You're definitely the darkest.
You're up there.
Artie, she's darker than you.
Yeah.
That mine-
No, I don't
I'm not
think
in the
so.
sun at all.
No.
She
Yeah.
has to work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. She's working on it.
She's
Yeah.
at the beach. I'm in Bill Rickard.
I'm not at the beach.
Yeah, you're at the lake. You're in the sun.
thing.
I'm at the office.
She doesn't come in till Monday morning now late. 'Cause
No, I was there at 9:01.
well, yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I've said this before on this show, but I know I've said it before. I don't know why they don't call working from home what it is, which is day drinking.
That's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy.
I don't know why that made me think of that right there. Either.
I don't know why that made you happy, right?
I don't know. I don't think I could work from home because every single email I'd be like, don't they know I'm home doing
home.
laundry or home reading my book?
There was traffic between the living room and the kitchen. I can't get to
I
that.
am at Walmart and I cannot take this call.
That's why I bet a vacation in the dining room. We'll story for another time.
All right. Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot of show.
We got a
right
lot of
there.
show. I don't know.
I know, we
Did
didn't
we
get
get through
to-
all 13?
No,
Did
no,
we
no.
get through 3?
Yeah, just rattle a couple more off.
All right, so allowing your emotions to get the better of you, that's a mistake that first-time home
Sure.
buyers make because
Yeah.
they want so bad to be in that house,
Yeah.
and it might not be what they really wanted.
And we've talked about this a bunch
and
of
they
times.
force their brain to believe that that's what they
And
really
they're
want.
emotional and they get rid of some of the contingencies. We've talked about that. You can't do that.
And then,
No.
then they try to get out of the deal.
And then they kind of try to get out of the deal because they have buyer's remorse.
You know what I think is adorable? That we think at this time in this podcast, people are still listening to get to real information.
No, what I find adorable is when I'm not worried about that. I'm having a
You
good
don't
time
care.
anyway.
Right. That's
know
the
what?
beauty
Why-
of
The
this
four
show.
of us just chatting is fine with me.
One more
Well,
tip,
five.
and then we're gonna.
We got George
and
Martin over there.
One more tip is, like you say, oh, I can afford a $500,000 house, right?
Right.
You probably can.
Yes.
But you forgot about the landscaping, the pool maintenance, the oil to heat your house when it's 10 below
Sure.
zero,
The cable bill.
the
Cable.
cable bill, the internet services.
Maybe the next show you could talk about landscaping, Artie.
Yeah. I do that.
Yeah.
I can't keep
you
throwing you guys
forget-
these
We're
softballs.
not going to do it.
She wants to get to some content, and he's just.
I know. He's like a little kid.
Oh, I'm the one.
What was the 20%?
I'm the one who's
down?
throwing this whole show.
You don't necessarily need 20% down to buy a house.
Well, you have to show other equity, though.
Not
No,
necessarily.
you can
There's
have,
other
you can have less than
programs.
20%. You get
Yeah.
10% down, 3% down. Some is no money
percent down.
But
But
some-
like,
but then
The
you-
old days used to have 103%
but
financing.
that's
You know what
silly.
that
I mean,
is?
then you know it's going to be so much more.
right. It's silly, but if it gets you to your end game and you know how you're going to pay it back, and
Right.
you know what I mean, it's all part of your financial plan.
Ever hear of 103% financing? They'd give you the whole down payment. If you're buying a $500,000 house, they'd give you $515,000.
So what does it cost? Take like 120 years to pay that back?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
How much more does that add to the?
A lot.
Does it?
One time I was doing a closing up in New
That's like
Hampshire.
a cash
and
advance
The,
from your
the,
credit
the
card.
husband and wife were like 80 and 82.
Yeah.
And
no
I was
30-year
trying
mortgage
to-
there.
There was. I was trying
You're
to
kidding me.
explain it to them, and I kind of like, I didn't know what to say.
Right. Look,
you
you're gonna
guys
be
are
dead.
gonna be God.
They're gonna be dead.
I said it a couple, and they laughed their asses off. They
No,
loved
these
it.
guys.
Yeah,
I don't
this
know.
is awesome. Our kids are going to be paying this thing off.
You realize that your last payment will do when you're 107. yeah. Then I'll retire. Yeah. I'll retire permanently.
All right.
Bye.
All right. For any other tips, listen to this real estate house.
Yeah, or
Party next week.
just call us.
Just buy a nursing home.
Yeah, and
That's the next stage, right?
despite what you heard here, they know what they're doing.
They do. They really do.
All right. Thanks for joining us here on Real Estate House Party. Kathy Holtshouser, paralegal extraordinaire. Artie J, the pharmacist. Tony V, the traveler.
Whatever he is.
No,
Yeah,
the traveler. You're going to be a
The
traveler.
traveling comedian.
Yeah, the traveling comedian. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you probably next week.
Maybe. If they'll have us back.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.